The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on one of the participants. Here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Hawkeyes offense will get the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
Taking a shot on the first play. He holds it in and nobody's close. Touchdown, Iowa! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now, play one, be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot, they get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Connecticut's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete ace in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That's caught. It's quarter.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now
those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Back to throw, it's French. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Takes the handoff. It's Ashley. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. UConn will have to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height. To field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Rides to the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Offense a little backed up here. Boy, would it help to convert this third down. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down. The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the back. Little too soft in that one defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. The Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Throws for the tight end. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Brown wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the 2nd quarter. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he had just enough leg to somehow will that thing over the crossbar in the right corner. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Dropping back, it's French. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Rushes on him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Back to throw, it's French. Get it out on the screen. Hard running there. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far. UConn will have to punt it away.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Washington. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
But man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Back to throw. It's French. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll immediately call timeout. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll try the run. Finding an escape route. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun 1st half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Dropping back, it's French. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. UConn will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. They'll go right back to the run. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a gap. It's Washington. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, the ground game. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. To the air, it's French. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. New set of downs after the completion. He'll try the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a crease. It's Moulton. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off.
Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying play action. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down.
4th down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Get set. They go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Looking to throw, it's French. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly... Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us, nobody thinks.